kick back, unwind, and enjoy a rare find. Today, we're going to start a new little mini-series. I keep going to the Goodwill Outlet bins, and I keep finding large amounts of tapes. And sometimes I come out with over 10, or sometimes even 20 tapes. Like somebody's whole collection was just dumped in there all at the same time. This is starting to happen a little too often. I keep getting massive amount of tapes, so if I find more than 10 on the same trip in the bins, we're going to do a special episode like this one. It's going to be hauls from the bins. VHS tape exclusive. I keep looking down here because I have 12 hot tapes that we're going to go over right now in the first episode. Let's go. First one is a big box. Yeah, who would have thought? This is for Stunt Rock. I've never heard of this movie. This cover is amazing. I'm sure it does not look like that in the movie. It's from Monterey Home Video. Here's some action shots on the back. Box is a little rough, but you know what? I can't complain about this, and I don't even see any other Stunt Rock big box tapes on eBay or anything, even in the completed listings. Let's look at the taping here. Oh yeah, what's that? Oh, Stunt Rock. Here's the tape, and it is a rental. It's from Video Scene. So yeah, always happy to find big box VHSs out there, and I'm gonna add it to my collection, and I'm pretty excited to watch this. Next up, we have Day of the Animals, where people go into the woods, and apparently all the animals are attacking them. There's no real pictures from the movie, so that's a bad sign right there. Probably not the greatest, but those are usually my favorite movies. This one is from Video Adventure Rental Store. I don't know if you can see it, but there used to be a sticker here that says PG. I can see the sticker residue, so is it just kind of a mild movie? It doesn't look like that from these pictures on the top or on the front. Next up we have Professor Iris, Music Mania. This seems to be, I looked them up, these seem to be kind of rare. I've never heard of Professor Iris, have you? If you have, comment down below, tell me if it's cool or not. Next up we have Evel Knievel's Greatest Hits, and if you grew up in the 80s, or even in the 90s, he was still doing some stuff and known. He was all over the place in the 80s. This is from 1987, this tape, so I'm pretty sure it's cool, and it has a bunch of 80s montage music that's pretty awesome, and we'll see. Honeysuckle Rose. Not really too interested in watching this one, but I have a giant old Warner Brothers clamshell collection out in my living room, and there's a bunch of them out there. I think there's like 50 of them that I've found or that I've been given, and whenever I see one I just have to pick it up. And this one's starring Willie Nelson. I'm not really the biggest Willie Nelson fan either, so I'm just going to put this up on the shelf in the collection. Crash and Crunch from Main Event Video. I'm not sure what year this is. I think it's probably the early 90s when these kind of tapes were getting super popular. Popular Mechanics all-time greatest stock car finishes. Not something I'm super excited about either, but it's still sealed. At least I think it's still originally sealed, and I got it just because, why not? Then I have this tape. It's a blank one, and it's definitely an older 80s one, and on the front it just says, if you can see that, it just says Volcano. Is that a movie or a documentary? We'll see. Okay, we have 4 left. First up we have this slip sleeve, and these are from the 80s, I know for a fact. Actually, no, it doesn't say on the back. But I found some in this slip sleeve before that were taped off the TV in the 80s. But this tape does not match the case, but this is still a really old 80s tape for sure. It's got the shiny sides, and it's heavy, and it looks higher quality. It's got words at the top, and it says Queen. I'm assuming it's a Queen concert taped off the TV. That would be pretty cool. The last 3 tapes are the messiest tape covers that I've ever seen ever, and you can see I've got some sticky notes on here because I've cheated and I've kind of watched some of these already. Look at the back, like look at this. Like, look at this hot mess. Let's do this one first. I'll show you the front and back and the tape, and then I'll show you what, or tell you what really was on here. But look at all this stuff. I guess they kept taping and taped over it and all this stuff, and then on the back it's got more stuff that they handwrote on here. Here's the label. I mean, look at that. What really is on here is Tremors 2 with new commercials, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang new commercials, Big Top Pee-wee new commercials, Willy Wonka 1995 with the commercials, and Christmas Story with new commercials. Don't know how I feel about that tape. Probably not a keeper. Here's the next one. I've only started watching this one, but this one could have wrestling on it, but it's crossed off and the back's blank, but then the label, this label's all crazy. The side label's crazy, if you can see that, and then the top label is crazy, if you can see that label. So it has 2008 Avatar, the cartoon with the commercials. Then there's a movie Space Chimps, does not have the commercials, but I haven't finished watching this tape yet, so we'll see what else. And the last tape is this one, as messy, well, it's kind of as messy, yeah, maybe. But it says Rush Hour on the front, the only one that's still left on there. And then this one says, on the label, it says Never Ending Story. So is it taped off the TV with the commercials? That would be amazing. Probably not, but we'll see what happens. Well, that's it. And remember, like Indiana Holmes always says, keep up the grind, and you get a rare find.